Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, all my peaches, my triggers, my lovers, my haters, my commenters, my scallywags. Each and every one of you, I welcome you to my channel. Well, congratulations to Donald J. Trump, who won the election, beating out Kamala Harris for the President of the United States. Um, um, I am a Christian. In other words, I'm a child of God first. I am also a U.S. citizen. I am also um, a protector of the Constitution and the belief that America is the greatest country in the world. I'm also a soldier. I'm someone who went to the military, 73, during the Vietnam era. I tried to go, but unfortunately they were pulling troops out in 73, and my uncle had hyped me up so much about going to Vietnam. I said, yay, I want to go. Because where did he go when he left Vietnam? He went to, what's that place? Oh my God, first time I ever uh, uh, not Thailand. It's well, maybe I remember when I take my commercial break. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Duchess. Good morning to you. You say hello. Say hi. Say Daddy's on the air. Yeah, you like your daddy, huh? Yeah, that's a happy baby. Yeah, you see? See? Look at that showing off her teeth. Are you showing off your teeth? Say good morning. Say, I can tell she's going to have motor mouth. She's going to blah, blah, blah. You should have saw her last night when her and I were talking, screaming at each other. Virtually almost the same. Look at Helen. Helen, get out of here. So, okay, so Amia, say hello.
Hello.
How do you feel about Trump winning the election? Who's Trump? yeah. That's what makes living in the Philippines so wonderful. Yeah, baby, I got to do this. That's what makes Philippines, living in the Philippines so wonderful, is that you're not in a culture that is so in tune and so connected to uh, um, the influences of the Western world, we'll leave it like that. Because those that are often have problems. I'm still trying to think of that country that Okinawa. Was it Okinawa? Yeah, I think it was Okinawa. And he said, well, when they, when they go on leave or what, if they would go to Okinawa, and Okinawa, this was time during the reel to reel. They had some reel to reel players, and turntables. And he used to bring home some out. I mean, that boy. That's how I got my music influence, or planted inside me. But he would go to Okinawa and buy these suits. I mean, man, you talking about a suit? I mean, it was like pinstripe. He has one blue pinstripe, and I still got the images of him in my mind. His name was Lysander. Speak his name, Lysander. And with him is that they call him Girl Mule. I don't know why they call him Girl Mule, but he was the lover of the family. But he ended up choosing me to be his running partner, and he was about 5. I think it was the same age as my older brother, or maybe a year or so too. My older brother's 5 years older than I was. So I was just, I used to try to play the trumpet, learn trumpet. And I learned about pawn shops because he took my trumpet and pawned. Again, go! I don't want to see you. You know, and pawn my trumpet. So I learned about pawn shops with him. And then I also had my first street entertainer under him. You know, and on 42nd Street. As you can see, the sun's rising up behind me, so this you can tell this is an add-on section. One thing I want to also say about my Uncle Lysander, you know, he was the kind of dude that when we were working on 42nd Street, we were driving and like this, and um, uh, he picked up. They call him Mac. I think he was the original Mac. They call him Mac. They wanted him to do porn, but he didn't want to do that. Ain't got time for that. So, oh my God, so many memories are coming through. Uh, he he picked up a drag queen, a transvestite, a big girl, a big whatever. And she, we call him she's sitting in the front seat, and my brother and I are in the back seat, and so they talking, and next thing you know, he handed us his jacket. So we took his jacket and pulled it like a screen, separated them from us, where we couldn't see the activity that was going on, and she started fellatiating him. And so, and every time we would, drive, while we're doing our rounds around 42nd Street, checking traps, all this stuff like this. Every time he passed, oh yeah, he didn't have any money, so he paid the she with his watch. You know what I'm saying? he wanted that done so bad. He said, "Look, I'll give you my watch," and she took it. So whenever we would, drive around or whatever like this and pass him, she would yell out, "Hey Matt, how do you like my watch?" It was funny as hell. There's so many stories I can tell you about him, but we'll leave it at that. Let's go on with the video. I just want to throw that little part in there about him. All right, speak his name, Lysander. My God, Lysander. And I also learned how to drive with him. We used to come from the club and he'd be drunk and I'd be driving and I'm driving. We have this one creek called Smyrny Creek. This is in Laurinburg, North Carolina. It's called Smyrny Creek, and in Smyrny Creek, it was known to be haunted. It's been known by it comes like this, and then it has this deep curve, and right over here, it's a creek, and some of the most darkest, most ugliest bubbling water or moving water you ever want to take you to look at, kind of like the mill. Ooh, yeah, we had a place called the Mill, and that place was scary. Even standing on top trying to fish, like looking like this, and all of a sudden you see moving in the water like this, and it's water moccasins. Oh my God! So anyway, so another story comes to mind was that when one night we were driving home from the club, and it was him and I, and we were approaching Smyrny Creek. And that curve I was telling you about, I'm just learning how to drive. And my uncle was asleep in the passenger seat. Lysander was asleep in the passenger seat. So I'm driving and I'm heading. The front wheel of the vehicle was already off the road and starting to hit the gravel, and it was heading right off the edge into Smyrny Creek. And just when that tire hit, my uncle woke up and snatched the wheel to the right, to the left, and said, "Gerard, don't look at the hood of the car. Look in front of you. Look in front of you. Don't look at the hood." And it was contributed that ghost of Smyrny Creek saved us both from a watery grave. This club we used to go to, and this is a club where my brother and I we just sit at the table. Had another uncle, Willie, who recently passed away, and we would dance and all that stuff and hang out with girls. And the thing about hanging out with girls at that time is that oftentimes they wore girdles. So you might have your hand under the table, and you might be, they, touching one another, fondling one another. But with girl, I can but never forget that sound. What your fingers made when you're rubbing on a girdle. He was a real cool brother, real cool brother. So now I say that I'm a soldier because, you know, as of last night or this morning, whatever it was, uh, we have replaced the commander in chief. And I know me as a soldier, and believe in the things that I believe in. I have to stand behind the commander in chief because the commander in chief, have ingrained into me is that he is our head officer when it comes to soldier and soldiering. So and the president, I mean, that he makes all decisions final with him, whatever decisions he makes. So just like he won the first time, I said, because I wanted the first woman president of the United States, like this, he won the first time I wrote a manifesto. You know what? I just might retweet that and just change the name from Hillary to Kamala, and you'll see how I thought about the election. Kamala. So anyway, so I can't believe that someone said, "Oh, you know why she lost? Because she laughed." I said, "What?" I said, "What?" I said, "How crazy? How crazy can that be?" But anyway, I wrote a manifesto about giving him a chance. You know, I mean, you really can't take so much to heart because most of the things he ever said that he's going to do, he don't do. You know, you know. You know, we know a lot of things that politicians say are just that for politicking. You know, and so he's elected. Is the point I want to make, and I wish him more success than his first term. You know, even though some of the things that he is inclined to say that he was going to do, you know, do I can't argue with that because that was the voice of the people. It was the voice of the people who put him there. So it's the voice of the people's decisions that we have to adhere to. We may not like it. We may protest. I mean, me personally, I just now stopped watching the news. Because I'm in the Philippines. I don't need that in my life. I'll watch my what's his name? Hal? No. Oh, NBC News with Hal Holden. What Hal? I don't know. I can't remember his name. I'm bad with names. So I'll just revert to watching the 30-minute news every day. Just to kind of keep up on the world and watch. I watch Filipino news too as well. Okay, so with that being said, it's the will of the people. You know, do what you want to do, be as mad as you want to be, as bad, or you can go where you want to go. Like I tell you, young scout, get your passports. You know, don't think you can't get it. 'Cause believe you me, I got mine, and I didn't think I was going to be able to, but I got it. So get yours because you never know when you want to make that jump across the ocean. All right, this is Gerard Black in the Philippines. The truth. Hey! Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder or pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. If you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation, once treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king and never say no. And who knows? In another 4 years, there might be another female candidate running for office. And I would get behind her no matter who she is or what side of the political, you know, side she's on. Because I want to see the first woman president of the United States. I'll talk to you later. Love you like a love song, baby. Peace.